Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. July the 6th, here at the O2 in the Indigo Arena, we have a huge night of boxing. 10v10. Neilson Boxing versus TM14 and Mo Pryor. Bragging rights are on the line. But more importantly, this is a huge opportunity for all the young fighters that are on here to showcase their skills. We've just had confirmation as well that TalkSport will be airing this live on their YouTube channel as well, which goes across thousands and thousands of people. So it's a great opportunity for these young fighters to strive on and push for greatness. I mean, let's start with the promoters actually. Let's start with you, Mark. Give us a little insight onto how you come up with this concept. We've seen the 5v5 and what's going on out in Saudi Arabia. John, you know, you're very keen to get involved in this one as well, so I'll start with Mark. Mark, tell us how you come up with this concept and what it's all about the opportunity for these young fighters.
Well, firstly, I'm absolutely delighted to be putting on this huge show at INDIGO at the O2. It's by far the biggest show I've ever been involved in since I've been promoting, and looking at the fight card we've managed to put together, it's actually a massive, massive show. I mean, the concept came about, obviously we're seeing all the promoters working together now these days. We've seen Frank and Eddie doing all that stuff in Saudi, and I was sat on my sofa on a Sunday afternoon and I thought, I've got an idea. I wonder if I should work with another promoter and they're doing their 5v5, let's do a 10v10. So I know John and I know Mo Pryor very well. We both put shows on at York Hall. I think we put on about 15 between us last year, and without being told by this, we sort of run York Hall between the two of us. There are other promoters who do their things there, but the big TV promoters put occasional shows on there, but we run that venue. And I thought, if we go together, we can make a monster show, because we can put all our guys that we work with, and our stable of boxers, John and Mo's big stable of boxers, and the guys they work with. And then we got together, I reached out to them and said, hey guys, you fancy? They were up for it straight away. And then we got together and we started to put a bit of a wish list of some fights. Some of the guys we work with, we went weight by weight by weight, and we were just sat there thinking, this is going to be a cracking show. And you can see as we'll go through today, some of the fights we've got on the card. It's TV worthy. This should be, I've seen some big budget TV shows with, not good as lineup as this. So, yeah, delighted to be putting on our biggest show today. Delighted to be working with John and Mo at TM14. And, it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be the biggest venue. I think it's just under 3,000 people in there, and pre-orders are looking like we're going to sell out, so it's got mental, and we're just over the moon with it so far.
Yeah, Mark, you're right what you say there. It is a huge show at the Indigo Arena. It shows that, that there is an appetite for this. Look at the turnout we've got here today at the press conference, and it is all about these young fighters putting their O's on the line. A lot of these guys, undefeated fighters going against other undefeated fighters, which is quite rare. It's normally you see fighters that have got talent. We've got a lot of former amateur champions on here that are willing to put those O's on the line instead of building and padding their records and trying to learn and get that experience and develop as professionals. They're going for it early because they want to strive to achieve more and put on a great show. John, as Mark said there, it was all about sort of coming up with an idea and a concept and doing something slightly different. Boxing's changed in a big way, where there is a big change in boxing right now. We've seen Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren. I mean, these two guys, hate's a strong word, but they disliked each other a lot, that is for sure. Now you see the involvement of Saudi Arabia and the investment of Saudi Arabia, Eddie and Frank working together, putting on these shows. Fantastic idea going in the 5v5. You guys now doing the 10v10, but there is bragging rights on the line here as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Spence. Thanks everyone for coming out as well. It's a really good turnout. I have to give my credit to Mark Freely. He was the one who reached out and said, look John, you fancy doing this? I read the WhatsApp he sent me. It took me about half a second to go, why wouldn't you? We've got some good fighters, he's got some good fighters. What a great platform to put it on for these lads that are coming out. They have to sell these tickets. We know that's not easy. So what a platform for them, and they're taking 50-50 fights, which is credit to them, because a lot of fighters in the sport don't want to take those 50-50s early on. We've got one or two on here that have only had a couple of fights themselves and they're still going in 50-50s. Got some seasoned people on him, like Navid on the end there, 22 and 4, he's flown over from Marbella. So there's a full range there of different fighters, and I'm just really excited about it. I'm a fan as well, so I'll be sat there front row cheering on my team, and there are bragging rights, definitely. There's no way we're going to lose to Mark on the night. Can't have it.
Yeah, there is a lot of bragging rights on the line with the promoters, but it is all about opportunity for these young fighters. And like I say, you know, some of them putting those O's on the line and giving it all. You know, it's great respect to all these young fighters that are on the bill tonight. Now let's go through some of the fighters and let's have a little catch up with them and see their thoughts, you know, on this up and coming show, this fantastic show, July the 6th. Let's start with John Robinson. Just told me he's dropped down to super middleweight. He's off the cakes. He's come down from light heavy. John, managed by Kevin Mitchell. Tell us what this means to you. You're a huge ticket seller. You've sold a lot of tickets, or you're going to sell a lot of tickets for this show on July 6th. Tell us, you know, what this means to you boxing here in July.
Well, it's just nice to get out. You are loud, but it's nice to get out of your call and just O2 something. Well, I know it ain't proper O2, but you still do it. It's something that's on my bucket list. So when John said, "Well, we have got a show July the 6th, I can get you on it, but you're gonna have to sell those tickets," I said, "Mate, sign me up. This is where I want to be." So yeah, it does mean a lot, and some good people in the card. So I'm looking forward to it, mate.
Brilliant. We're struggling a little bit of one mic here, as you can see, but we're making it work. We're making it work, and then look. Another guy that's on the bill is a great fighter, Finley James. Well, Finley's out sparring Joe Cordina. He's out in Saudi Arabia right now, but his manager, Kevin Mitchell, is here. Kevin, you can give us a little update on how he's getting on with Joe Cordina out there, and we'll go from there. Oh, sorry, Sonny Hardy. Sonny Hardy, sorry, yeah. So you can give us a little update on how he's getting on out there, and yeah, tell us how it's going.
Yeah, basically, Young Sonny boxed last Saturday. He got a third round in stoppage, which was good for him. He's 5-0 now. He's good at the SAG at Spark Joe Cordina for his world title fight. Basically, his last week of sparring. He landed out there on Saturday, so yeah, he's alright. Touched base with Joe Cordina on Sunday today. Go out there, the first day's in the gym today, so yeah, all good.
Sparring well?
Sparring well. He's sparred a lot around Joe over the years, so yeah. He's been sparring Joe since he was a young kid, so yeah. He's been learning a lot.
What's that experience been for him out there doing that, Kevin? Like, surely that's part of the development stage. That's
yeah, it's massive. I mean,
that's priceless, right?
When you're fighting, you're growing up, it's important with the company you keep. And if you keep in company like Joe Cordina around and sparring with that day in, day out, it's priceless. You can't buy it. And for his future of his career, where he's going with his career, as I said, it's priceless, and I'm sure it'll hold him in good stead.
Now I want to talk about Finley James, boxing someone to be confirmed. The welterweight over 6 3-minute rounds, trained by Mark Tibbs. Where is Finley? There you go, mate. Sorry about that. Yeah, tell us a little bit about the experience that you've got boxing at the O2. I mean, it's an iconic venue, isn't it? And it's it must be a real buzz for you.
Yeah, of course. That this is what we all try and do. Don't want to be in the same place forever, and I'm lucky to have started off at your call. It's an iconic venue in itself. It's probably the mecca of London boxing, at least not English boxing. And yeah, look, I'm going to bring a good show to the O2. I'm going to bring a bit of something no one's ever seen. I was just out on Saturday against another prospect. Game fell up, but he couldn't do the job, so they're going to throw another fella at me for 6 rounds. Let's see what he's got. I can't imagine it'd be too much. But yeah, put a good show on, sell a load of tickets, and make the magic happen.
Well done, mate. Yeah, Louis Muldowney, you're boxing there as well. Welterweight, 4 3-minute rounds. Again, just big opportunity for you. Big ticket seller as well. How does it feel to be boxing here at the O2?
Listen, I'm very, very excited. I want to say thank you to John and thank you to Mark for having me on a show like this. I'm extremely looking forward to it. I think this next one's going to be a 6-rounder. I've done 4 on Saturday. So yeah, listen, I just want to keep improving, keep learning my craft. I'm a fishing a big pond, so yeah, listen, just keep improving.
How important is it for you to be boxing so regularly, to keep that momentum going? Because that's how you really learn your trade, right?
Yeah, 100%. Listen, you've got to be active. I'm only boxing 4s and 6-rounders, so I do more of that in sparring, so there's no problem boxing every couple of months, so I don't see no harm in it at all.
Brilliant. Well done, mate.
And lightweight, over 8 3-minute rounds to be confirmed who he's boxing, but Aaron Prosper, another great prospect and a great opportunity. Aaron?
You're right, thank you for having me. I was supposed to fight Louis Horn for the Silver Commonwealth title, but I don't really know what's happened with that. Looks like he's got cold feet. Well,
nice, mate, nice. So you're up for boxing pretty much anyway. Louis Horn is a good fighter. Good, great opportunity for you both. That would be fireworks, that fight. That's quite what we'd like to see.
I was looking forward to that. I thought that'd be a very good fight, and at the moment I'm at a point in my career where I'm looking for title fights.
You can fight me, Aaron, if you want.
You got a belt?
I'll get one if you want.
No, you can get one, yeah.
So let's make it happen. No, you haven't got a fight.
Now, if you've got a belt, then
No, make
I
it
said
eliminator.
I'm looking for. I'm at a point in my career. I'm
Let's
looking
make
for
it
a belt.
eliminator and then we fight.
I'm looking for a belt, so get a belt and then we'll talk.
I'll get that. Don't worry about that.
And
I'll
we'll
see you
talk.
soon.
You can come to me.
Well, there you go, Marley Mason. Listen, we can get this on. This is where fights are made. We're making them here today as well. Marley Mason, that would be a great fight. That'd be a fight that we would love to see. Now look, guys, let's move on to the title fights now. We've got a vacant English Commonwealth Silver Bantamweight title here on the line, and this is a rematch actually. Lewis Roberts versus Ben Lilly. Now, Lewis Roberts won the last contest. Very, very tough fight. I think he won that one 96-94. And this is all about Ben Lilly wanting revenge and trying to get revenge. So, Ben, how do we do that?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, the last fight, it was a very close fight. We didn't really know if we were out of our depth a little bit before we took the fight, but I got in there and it became very clear that's exactly the level I'm at. So yeah, this time, you know, last time that we were going into the unknown, can't find anything about Lewis on the internet. He's very smart about that. We can't even watch the old fight back, but that doesn't matter. We're putting that behind us. We know what we're expecting this time, and yeah, we're coming together, guys.
We know what Ben, like when you're going into these fights, you're fighting for title fights, you don't know whether you're ready, you don't know whether you're prepared for that, you don't know what that level is, do you? Like, once you've been there, you can't buy that experience. That's invaluable, that experience.
Yeah, what I learned from the last fight is, like I said, it's valuable, absolutely. And yeah, we're going to take this into the next fight. You know, Cam is going to go brilliant, 100%. We work hard, and we go for it.
What do you do different? How do you get victory?
You know,
I mean, how do you change it? It was a tough fight, a close fight.
But we know what we're expecting this time. Look, I've got so much respect for Lewis. You know, he is a great fighter. I ain't here to talk bad about him or anything like that, but we know what we're expecting, and we're going to go in there and we're going to do the job whatever it takes.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Well, Lewis, little response to that. It was a great fight last time. Tough fight. You know, how do you come out victorious again? He's got different ideas. He says now he's gained that experience, which was priceless, and he's going to come into a different mentality. How do you stay victorious?
You know, he said he knows what to expect now, and if he knows what he's expecting, he's completely wrong. He's going to be in for a massive shock on July the 6th. The last time we fought, I was just a boy then. I've now started turning into a man. I'm already 22. Just started getting my man strength. Hurting sparring partners. Just getting more developed as we go now.
You're 10-0 as a professional right now. It's all about keeping that, isn't it?
100%. You know, I've fought for a title now as well. I know what it's like. I know the pressure, and I've been there before, and I'll just thrive under that pressure now.
What is it for you now, though? Is it just thinking about this next contest? What's the roadmap for you? You know, where do you see yourself going in the next 12 months or so?
I'm not overlooking Ben Lilly at all, but I'm going into this fight, getting ready for Ben, knowing full well that by the end of the year I could be fighting for that British title.
Well, good luck to both of you. And we've got another cracking fight, a welterweight, 8 3-minute rounds, Alfie Winter versus Hamza Buck. Yeah, Alfie, again, this is Kevin Mitchell, is your manager, so I'm sure you've been getting a lot of advice from Kevin. Trainer and manager? Just trainer? Well, you're his trainer, so you know you've got a wealth of experience in your corner, and that surely is invaluable, you know, someone that's boxed at that sort of level.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm very happy to be teaming back up with Kevin. Like you say, he's been there and he's done it himself, so I couldn't really have anyone better steer me in the right direction.
Brilliant. Brilliant. So, tell us what you gained from Kevin. You know, that experience. He boxed at that level, British, Commonwealth, European, world level. So, you know, does that give you added confidence going into a contest of this sort of magnitude at the O2, but in a place where Kevin's top of the bills here before?
100%. Yeah, no, it's a great venue, and obviously he knows how a fighter thinks because he is one himself. So, you know, it's just what to say you in the corner before, and he knows what you're going through. So he's he's a perfect man for the job.
And your opponent, Hamza Butt, you know, it's a huge opportunity for you as well. How do you deal with this occasion? How do you approach this fight going in? You know, what is it about? It's all about being victorious, obviously, but how do you win this fight?
So I just want to say thank you, first of all, for being able to be here. Big shout out to the sponsors as well. Thank you to Bill down at TM14. Thank you to Alfie for taking this fight. I've got nothing bad to say about him actually. He was actually a massive inspiration to me when I turned pro. How do I win this fight? Just, I don't know, I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm sitting at the O2 right now, sitting next to like British boxing royalty, Mitchell, like, yeah. Just stay happy, like happy fights, take this fight.
Listen, like you say, we're at the O2 now, so reality kicks in a little bit. You know what it is. You know what the venue is. You know the historic, you know how historic this is, and the fights that have gone on here. That must be a proud moment for you. You know, this is the early stage of your career.
Yeah, it's mad. Like, I used to train at Wickford, and I used to get used to work up in London, get the train down at West Ham Station and Jubilee, like just staring at the O2, like, I'm like, I'll fight there one day. I'm sitting here right now, how mad that is.
Brilliant. Best of luck.
Well, let's move on to another title fight. We've got a Southern Area Super Featherweight title fight. The champion Michael Webber-Kane versus Frank Arnold. Now this one promises to be a classic. This is over 10 3-minute rounds. Michael, I suppose this is all about you keeping your title, defending your title and keeping it.
Firstly, thank you for having me. It's going to be an amazing show. We've got a lot of amazing fights on here, so I'm excited to be a part of it. Yeah, exactly. I was the hunter, now I'm the hunted. It's my title. I do everything in my power inside the gym, outside the gym to make sure that title comes over me.
Tell us the difference, you know, with your mentality, like you say, you was the hunter, now you're the hunted. You know, when you become the champion, that sort of elevates you to another level. But tell us what that's done for you as a fighter. You know, going into this one now, you're not the challenger, you're now the champion, you're now the man. Tell us how that's changed your mindset.
I know how hard you have to push. I wanted to go and win it. I was there. I know how much I wanted it. I know how much Frank wants it. So I've just got to push harder than I was before. Work harder, run harder, spar better people. I'm in the gym with some amazing talent, with amazing knowledge. So I can only learn and progress from there. So it's just dig deeper, dig harder, and that's how you win.
Does that make you hungrier as a fighter? Now you've had a taste of being a champion. Does that make you hungrier as a fighter? You know, you want to move on. You know, this is the beginning. You know, the Southern Area title is a great platform to push you on British and Commonwealth, European, and possibly even world titles. But the Southern Area is such an important step in the career. Does that make you hungrier as a fighter?
Most definitely. You know, this is the first taste of having a title, having a belt around me. There's many, many more to progress to and win, and that's what we're going to push for. You know, defend this and see what's on the horizon.
And let's move on to the challenger, Frank Arnold. Frank, it's all about opportunity. This is your opportunity. Now, coming in against a guy that's just won the title, he feels like he's changed as a fighter through winning that. It's elevated him to another level. Well, now it's your time. How do you win this?
First, I want to thank TM14 and promotions for making this happen. But yeah, it's me, excited about it. Just can't wait.
Brilliant. Listen, well, like I say, it is all about opportunity, and you get that chance on July 6th. So best of luck to you for that. Okay, let's move on. Naveed Mansour against Jordan Danjon. This is super welterweight contest over 8 3-minute rounds. Naveed, this is a big opportunity. Where am I looking down here? Yeah, big opportunity for you.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely it's a great opportunity for me to come back to the UK and box. I'm based out in Bulgaria. I'm speaking to John. Thank you, John, for having me here. Want to get my career back on track and get more experience. I think I'm the most experienced one here, not really better. I just want to get my career back on track. I had a chat with John, and it's a great part to come on.
How great is it to box out in the UK though? I mean, the fans are passionate here. You know what it's going to be like in there. It's going to be an absolutely packed arena in there. It must be a special moment for you boxing in the UK.
Yeah, definitely. And it's what I'm going to come back to in O2 Arena. Definitely going to be more than prepared for the fight because I live the life. I stay fit and always in shape. So looking forward to it. I'm going to put performance in that everyone's going to enjoy.
What do you know about your opponent, Jordan Dujon? What do you know about him? Have you studied him? You know, how do you think of fight?
No, I really studied myself, to be honest with you, to the best I can. And I know my best is going to be enough. Watched only a little bit of a clip of him. I don't know too much about him, but I'm more than confident what he brings to me.
And what does victory mean to you? You know, where do you go from here? I mean, what is it about staying active and you know, getting other title opportunities?
Yeah, definitely. I want to get my career back online. So with this kind of win, puts me back into the image, and I just want to have proper title fights. So that's the first fight. I think I have to showcase my skills and move on.
Brilliant. Let's start to you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
And this is Jordan, and this is and Jordan. What is your response to that? You're in there with a very experienced fighter. You know, likes boxing over here in the UK. What's your response to that? You know, this is your town. This is your opportunity at the O2. What's your response?
Thanks for having me. Always putting on great shows. Yeah, I mean, you didn't really say anything personal to me. I'm here to do a job, get my career back on track. I've always taken 50-50 fights, and again, just to prove that I'm at this level and above. So, yeah, that's my response.
Brilliant. Well, listen, this card is all about 50-50 fights. I think that's what's so special about this card. You look for it, you look through the records of these fighters. You know, all at the beginning of your careers, it is about opportunity and pushing forward, striving to go on and win those bigger and better titles, box on those bigger cards. But this is where it is. This is where dreams are made at this stage. Now we've got a top of the bill here. This is over 10 3-minute rounds. We don't know at the moment what titles are on the line, but there will be a title of some sort. It's a middleweight contest. Joe Bartel versus Jordan Reynolds. Both guys undefeated. Somebody's O has to go. You know, this is a classic contest. This one, both brilliant amateur experience, top pedigrees as amateurs. Jordan 7-0, Joel 6-0. This is this one has the hallmark of being an absolute classic. Now you know each other a little bit as well, Jordan. That's right.
Yeah, we've done a few rounds with each other over the years. I believe when he was an amateur, I think come over to the iBox, come down for a few rounds. But yeah, listen, fair play from taking the fight. We're obviously getting some sort of confidence somewhere. I believe it would be too much for him on the night. If I'm going to do anything in this sport, I'm going to have to be beating the likes of Joe Bartel. That's as simple as that.
Yeah, listen, look, I know you personally. I've seen you training in the gym, and I know you train, and I know how hard you work, and what it means to you. I mean, you're now 7-0. You're not far away from boxing for bigger titles. So this is an important stage of your career for you. This is a sort of a must-win contest, going into this.
100%. Like, you won't see the best of me. All my fights have always been a week notice, 2 weeks notice, 3 weeks notice. Coming back from knocking my teeth out with Sky Sports, that show will come back from injury. So I've got a proper camp, head's nothing down. And to do the job, mate. This is it for me. Like, there's no, it's all about level.
It's all about staying active.
Yeah, you stay active.
I mean, you had a long amateur career as well. You boxed, when you was in the GB squad. You've been around a long time. So really, you're not one of those fighters you're going to see who wants to get to like 15-0, 20-0 before you're boxing for British and whatnot. You're talking about that in the next 12 months or so.
Yeah, 100%. It's boring, mate. It's quite in the public. 15 fights, 15 wins, 40 knockouts. You see all the time. You're fighting lads about 10 wins and 100 losses. I ain't really about it, mate. I want to have 50 fights, push on and do my people proud. They're paying their hard-earned money, to come watch me. One of the keep boxing journeyman. So I had over 100 fights in amateur, mate. So let's just crack on, push forward, and the best man will win at the end of the day, mate. But you're either good enough or you're not.
How do you win? How do you win July 6th?
Always, mate. Listen, I'm too big for him for middleweight. I think he's an anorexic middleweight. To be fair, mate. I think it'll be too much for him. Boxing IQ, mate. Listen, I think he'll walk on to a shot, mate. I think he tried to put the pressure on me in the first few rounds, and he'll walk on, mate. Yeah, we'll see, mate.
Brilliant. Well, Joe Bartel, your response to that, mate. Listen, you as a top amateur yourself, been around, seen it, and this is a big opportunity. Respect to you both, by the way, for putting your roles on the line so early in your careers, because you could have taken different paths. Shows how much confidence you both got. Jordan, like you said, has sparred you before, so you know what you're going into. What do we expect on July the 6th?
Look, sparring, so that's that. But you can expect great performance. Look, he's a good fighter. I'm a good fighter. We've both had good amateur careers, but this isn't the amateurs anymore. This is the pros. Staying active in a pro. Over a year, a couple of months over a year, I've had 6 fights. I want to be active. I want to push on for titles at the end of the year. So, like you said, I've got to win this fight at any cost. Any cost.
You know you're going to go into a tough fight. You know what Jordan brings. He comes forward. He's an aggressive fighter. You prepared for that? You prepared to get down in the trenches?
Yeah, no, I'm prepared. I know I've got the grit. I've got the determination. I've got the boxing IQ. I can box on the front foot. I can box on the back foot. I've had 3 stoppages, and everyone expected me to just keep stopping opponents. I fought last Saturday, and I showed that I can box on the back foot, slipping, rolling, moving, do everything.
And you get victory on July the 6th. Where does that take you, Joel? I mean, where do you see yourself going in the next 12 months or so? What's the roadmap for you? I mean, have you got any names out there you're thinking about, or is it just Jordan?
So, got my eyes set on July the 6th at the moment, and I'll look after that, and then deal with what's after that. But yeah, just boost my name in the British boxing public, boost my ranking, and then, as I said, move on to titles at the end of the year.
Brilliant. Well, best of luck.
Well, you've heard from some of our fighters that are on the bill there, and we've got a fantastic card, July the 6th. I'm really looking forward to this one. Love the concept, by the way, guys, the 10v10, which is brilliant. There is bragging rights on the line for you guys, but more importantly for these young fighters, just to showcase their skills on such a big platform. I suppose we'll get the last word, Mark, from you, and then we'll get one from you as well, John. But I mean, last word from you, how excited you are, and how proud you must be of all these young fighters putting it on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Credit to them. I know most of the fighters here, and they're all prospects. They're all throwing their records in now to go on to a 50-50. Put their reputations on the line. Jordan saying this is, if he doesn't beat someone like Joel, where does he go? Joel sees this as a stepping stone for himself. So they're putting on the line, most of them. There's a lot to gain and everything to lose for these guys. And every fighter in here has got an awful lot to lose and a lot to gain. It's a big platform. So there's going to be a lot of eyes on it. We're on Fight Zone, TalkSport, live on TalkSport. So there's going to be a lot of eyes on these prospects. It's a good opportunity for all of them to come out and look good. But as I said earlier, absolutely delighted to have such a huge show at the O2. Your call that myself and John and Mo have put shows on for a good few years now is iconic. But then we're levelling it up again. But we're taking the card with us. I mean, I look at some of these fights on these cards. Nobody wants to see the home fighter against a journeyman and a card stacked with them. Obviously, there's a time and a place for those, and running over 2-0. But then you've got to start stepping up, and as Jordan said, fight some of these guys who are getting to 50-0, 40 knockouts, and only ever being journeyman. The boxing public are perhaps born with that. We know that, so we've got to do something a bit different, which is why these kind of cards are going to set the scene, and everyone out there is going to have to step up a little bit. But fair play to the boxers and credit to them, because they're stepping up and putting their undefeated for a lot of them titles on the line. But me as a fight fan, first and foremost, I'm going to have the best seat in the house at ringside watching this as a boxing fan. I just can't wait. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm looking forward to it. And a full house at the O2 is it's a pinch yourself moment for me as a promoter. So yeah, can't wait.
Brilliant, Mark. Well said. I know that Mark Bryan loves a little bit of competition, and And John, you do as well. I mean, it's a fantastic night, fantastic content. Yeah, and what a turnout here today.
Yeah, great turnout, and then come and see last, because that's the most important bit, mate. Yeah? We're definitely going to win this, Mark. It's really good to have all the fighters here. As you mentioned there, Spencer, it's really good 50-50s. I did say at the beginning, but hats off to them for taking the fights. A lot of the time they don't take them. So we're proud to do it, too, for ourselves, definitely for the lads on the show, to help sell the tickets and put on a great show. For everybody who's still here, we're going to have a break after this. Now there's media here for the fighters to get some interviews in, and then anyone who wants to hang around, we're going to go up on the O2 and do some face-offs. So that's about a bit of Skype talk for one or two of these down there. Thanks everyone for coming out, and we'll see you all on July 6th.
Yeah, brilliant. Neilson, we know there's a lot of outlets here as well, so if any of you guys want to get the interviews with these young gentlemen that are fighting on July the 6th, they will now become available. And I think the last word now from Mark.
Yeah, didn't forget to add, obviously we're a bit competitive. John's mentioned a couple of times that he's going to win, but you can tell by the boxers I work with and the stable I got, we're winners in Neilson Boxing, John, so sorry about that. But Mo, we've got a little side bet, got £1,000 for whoever wins, going to go to a charity of our choice, so we've got a little bit of side bet on, so charity's going to benefit at the end of the day. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's competitive for the boxers, but it's competitive for us as well, John, so we'll see on the way.
Well, as you can see, the tension is building already between these two, and yeah, it is all about bragging rights, and more importantly, opportunity for all these young fighters. Thank you all so much for turning up today. Anyone that wants to get any interviews with any of the fighters, yeah, they're now all available. So yeah, once again, thanks so much for coming.